So, hello, Patrick Kamsky here, Chief Instructor Krav Maga Ireland. This is one of a series of short videos I've put together to answer the common questions that people ask us. So, the question we're answering in this video is how do we teach people to protect themselves so fast? We've trained over 11,000 people in Krav Maga Ireland over the last 9 years, and one of the things that people are amazed at is how fast we get people to the point where they can look after themselves and their family. So I'm going to walk you through some of the key points that our training is based on, so you can understand where that comes from. The first thing is really to talk about our intent and our focus. When I used to live abroad, and I came back from living in America, and I remember walking through Dublin about 10 years ago. And I've trained in martial arts, all sorts of martial arts all my life, and I had black belts and all that type of stuff. What hit me was, I've been out training for the years, how I was quite nervous just walking around Dublin. In fact, I was more nervous walking around Dublin than I was walking around New York. And it really hit me that with all my years of martial arts training, how come I felt that way? And then I was wondering what was going on for people who maybe hadn't had that training. And then really I came to the view that from a self-defense perspective, the martial arts world really hasn't served us very well. So I decided I was going to find a way to teach everyday normal people how to protect themselves as quickly as possible. This is even before I heard about Krav Maga. But that's the intent and the focus. So our intent and our focus, everything we do, is all about taking everyday normal people and teach them essential ideas, concepts, and techniques and tactics that are designed to teach them how to protect themselves as quickly as possible. So we have a strong intent and focus on that. And then building on that, then we teach Krav Maga, and Krav Maga, is known as a tactical combat system, and basically it was developed by the Israeli army by a guy called Imi Lichtenfeld, and he was tasked with in the early days of the Israeli army developing a system that was quick to learn, worked for people regardless of their sex, male or female, or size, and that worked under pressure. And he drew on his experience of living in Slovakia in the late 30s, where he was involved in trying to defend his home and his family from fascist gangs. And to do this and to achieve this result, Krav Maga is very unusual in that it works off the body's instinctive So the next thing we do is we use Krav Maga. And Krav Maga is a tactical combat system which was developed by the Israeli army. It was actually developed by a guy called Imi Lichtenfeld in the early 50s. And he was tasked with the objective of developing a system that could be taught very, very quickly, that worked for people regardless of their size, their background, or their training, and that worked under pressure. And he drew on his experience of growing up in Slovakia, in Bratislava in Slovakia, where in the late 30s he was involved in trying to protect his family and his home from fascist gangs who were beating up people in the Jewish areas. So to basically be so effective, Krav Maga uses your body's instinctive responses. They're the things your body does anyway when you get a fright. If you're even playing sport and a ball comes at you, your hands are going to go up. Or if someone grabs you or goes to strike, your hands are going to move in a certain way. And these are involuntary responses. They actually work from a part of the brain called the amygdala, which is very fast, very instinctive. So Krav Maga works off those reactions, building on the body's instinctive responses so that you're halfway through the move. And then we build on that. We train to build on those responses so that you're going as fast as you possibly can. Krav Maga in the 60s and 70s was adapted for civilians. So I learned with Imi's successor. I was trained by Imi's successor, a guy called Eyal Yanilov. And I, specialized in teaching, civilians, but we've been so successful in that actually we've gone full circle, and on a lot of occasions we've been brought in and asked to teach the army, defense forces, and a lot of people in kind of the safety and security industry. Okay, next point is we use a concept called accelerated results training. And what that is it's the whole idea of whole brain learning. I actually went and trained as an accelerated results trainer. And this looks at how we learn, looks at the whole concept of using various different systems like how language works, putting people into the situations that they're going to be in so that when the learning happens, it's context related. We have a concept in Krav Maga that everything is training. So once you're with us, everything we do is part of your training. And we focus on real world situations. We train for what's going to happen to us in life, meaning again the context is relevant, so that with the brain, if something happens, you've trained for it in that situation, in the context, so that your instinctive responses are even faster and more relevant. So to summarize how we do it, how we get results fast is our intent and our focus. It's about getting you how to protect yourself as quickly as possible. We use Krav Maga, probably considered to be the most real-world effective self-defense system available. Accelerate results training, the whole idea of whole brain learning. Psychology-based, understanding what's going on, psychology of the attacker, the psychology of self-defense, and a structured, proven training methodology that's designed to get you able to protect yourself as quickly as possible. So just to finish up, if you want to have some more information, you can get us at www.kravmagaireland.com. You can get that free book I mentioned at www.selfdefenseireland.com. Call me. You're very welcome to call me. It's my mobile, 087-239-0398, or drop me an email, pcumskey, PCUMISKEY, at kravmagaireland.com. I'll be delighted to talk to you. Any questions, observations, just give me a call. Talk to you next time.